Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're breaking down a complete roadmap out of one of the most universally frustrating experiences ever, having your mind go completely blank during a crucial conversation. Whether you're standing in front of your boss, trying to impress a crush, or caught in the middle of an intense argument, we're going to completely restructure how your brain handles pressure so you literally never run out of words again. Okay, let's dive into this. The source material starts with this incredibly stark admission, and it's a pain point so many of us know way too well. Imagine missing out on major life opportunities, in college, in relationships, or in your career, not because you lack intelligence, but simply because you couldn't find the right words in the moment. It's a heavy realization. Poor communication can completely hold back an otherwise brilliant mind. And here is the core frustration, right? Why is it that hours later, when you're completely alone in the shower or lying in bed, your brain suddenly generates 1,000 perfect, witty replies? You think, man, if only I had said that, the whole vibe would have been different. Well, we aren't going to look at random, boring tips today. We're looking at a scientifically grounded 5-step solution to fix this exact delay. So here is our roadmap for the transformation. First, we uncover why minds go blank. Then we look at facing the fear, sharpening your brain, improving your speaking style, observing the right content, and finally, practicing in a safe zone. We're rebuilding your confidence from the inside out. Let's start with Section 1, Why Minds Go Blank, the science of the freeze. Before we can actually fix the problem, we really need to understand the underlying science. Going blank isn't a lack of intelligence. It's a temporary wiring issue known as an amygdala hijack. When you feel pressure, a flood of simultaneous thoughts hits you. You're trying to control your body language, figure out what to say, and desperately fearing judgment all at the same time. All this severe overthinking literally forces your prefrontal cortex, that's the logical thinking part of your brain, to temporarily shut down. You freeze because your system is just completely overloaded. Moving into Section 2, Face the Fear. Time to step into the arena. So understanding the science is great, but how do we actually cure this hijack? The answer is immediate action. So the crucial point is that you have to purposefully step into the arena. You need to willingly put yourself in uncomfortable speaking situations. If public speaking feels way too tough right now, that's fine. Start small. Debate topics with your friends. Answer voluntarily in a class or meeting. Every single time you expose yourself to these pressure moments, you are actively training your brain to handle stress. Your overthinking decreases, your confidence builds up, and your brain basically stops hitting the panic button. Section 3, Sharpen your brain. This is all about building your arsenal. Putting yourself in the arena only works if the cognitive tools you bring into the fight are actually ready to go. And this brilliantly illustrates the concept. Think of your brain like an axe. If you try to chop down a tree with a rusty axe, you waste tons of time and energy, right? But a sharp axe makes the job effortless. When your mind is sharp, it acts almost like a super smart AI. It automatically generates quick, logical, and impactful replies without you having to agonize over every single word. To sharpen that axe, you need a daily brain gym. Playing chess isn't just a fun game, it actively conditions your mind to build a habit of analyzing before reacting. Things like Sudoku, crosswords, or even just doing basic daily math keeps your logical thinking incredibly strong. But honestly, the most practical exercise is constantly questioning your daily life. Just ask yourself, why is this happening? Or if I were in this specific situation, what would I say? This trains your mind to adapt instantly to new scenarios so you don't freeze up when it matters. Now, Section 4, Improve speaking style. Let's talk about external execution. Okay, so we fix the internal thinking, but having a sharp thought is totally useless if you deliver it with a mumbled, low-energy voice. Here is an incredible exercise used by professional actors and public speakers to build their aura. Spend just 15 minutes a day practicing vocal fluency. Put a pen horizontally between your teeth and try to speak basic sentences. It's going to feel super tight and awkward at first, but the exact moment you take the pen out and speak those same sentences, you will feel a sudden, massive boost in clarity and speed. Combine this with consciously exaggerating your jaw and lip movements, and your voice is naturally going to sound stronger, clearer, and literally impossible to ignore. Section 5. Observe right content. It's time to gather data. So you have the tools and the voice, but your brain still needs raw material. Let's move on and see how this builds your conversational database. You simply cannot produce witty, creative replies if your brain hasn't absorbed strong examples first. You need to stop passively consuming content. Start watching debates just to see how arguments are smartly framed. Watch interviews with highly charismatic celebrities like Shah Rukh Khan and study their real-life timing and unshakable confidence. Analyze stand-up comedians to see how they deliver punchlines, and observe public speakers for their use of pauses, emotions, and body language. You are essentially feeding your brain the exact blueprints it needs to succeed. Finally, Section 6, Practice in a Safe Zone, Testing the Waters. This is the ultimate safeguard to ensure you don't accidentally ruin your reputation while trying out your new skills. Here's the reality. If you try to deliver a savage, witty reply in a high-stakes situation without any practice, you might just end up looking incredibly silly. You absolutely must follow the safe zone rule. Train your mind in pressure-free environments first. Try out your quick replies while joking with your family, casually chatting with close friends, or, hey, even speaking to your camera. Let your brain get used to forming these sentences when the stakes are literally zero. So, we've broken down the science of the blank mind, and we've built a concrete roadmap to fix it, from sharpening your brain to leveling up your vocal delivery. But knowledge without action is really just entertainment. So I'll leave you with this provocative thought. Look around your life right now. Which safe zone will you choose today to take that very first step toward mastering any conversation? Start small, but start today.